So we can just
Well, I think you are having some connective
expert
issues.
Yeah, I think there was some kind of internet connectivity issue from my side. I hope I'm audible.
Pardon?
Am I audible to you?
Yeah, right now
Hello.
you are, but you were kind of laggy.
Yeah,
But
I
now I
got
think it's
it
okay.
completely. Okay, so without any further delay, let's start with the first question. So, sir, my first question is, can you please elaborate the things like what is the primary difference between AR and VR? Because most probably people just think that these both are single terms. They just use them one by one. So this is one of the question I would like to ask.
Okay, so I believe everyone here has some idea about what is VR and what is AR. But to summarize things, AR is when we use an AR experience. The AR experience is using elements of our real world. So when I'm pointing my cell phone, when I'm using a filter on Instagram, this filter is using some points of my face. On the other hand, if the filter is a world experience, when I point my cell phone to my desk, it will show an object on my desk, an object on my bedroom, an object on my wall. So AR uses objects from our real world to interact with the objects that we create on our AR scenes. VR, on the other hand, you will need a VR glasses to use VR experiences. So when you put the VR glasses, the VR glasses are not using any element of your bedroom. For example, VR glasses, on the other hand, it will allow us to experience a VR experience that is creating a virtual reality. So nothing of that is using anything on my bedroom. For example, when I put a VR glasses on my bedroom, the VR glasses are not seeing my walls, I'm not seeing my desk, I'm not seeing my window, I'm not seeing anything of the real world. I'm only seeing the VR experiences that is a virtual experience, a virtual reality.
Great, great. This was really amazing answer to the question. Like even a newbie can understand what exactly you wanted to. So without any further delay, let's move to the second question, which most of the many of the students or the AR enthusiasts, I must say, ask that is it very difficult to learn AR as it seems to be when we hear the name augmented reality?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that everyone, when you listen to augmented reality, you are kind of shaking. You don't think you can learn how to do it. So I would say to you that we are just on the beginning. Even within Spark AR, we are just at the beginning. So everyone can learn Spark AR. Everyone can learn augmented reality. So I would say to you that don't be shy to start. Start right now. Search for tutorials on YouTube. Search for workshops from Rescue. Search for enter the Spark AR Facebook community, participate of the workshops, participate of the competitions, learn the software, even from the tutorials that are available within the software on the Spark AR website. So everyone can learn, everyone can bring experiences that you have with other stuff on your life. If you are a health student, if you are a programmer, if you are anything, you can start learning AR and mixing AR with the other things that you do on your life. So really, everyone can learn AR from the basics to the expert level. So don't be shy to start.
Yeah, great. This is really going to motivate some of the newbies who just think that augmented reality is very difficult. So let's move to another question. Like, that before learning any kind of tech, not only AR, any kind of tech, there is one question which each and everyone asks. that what is the future scope of the technology we are learning, right? So I would like to request you if you could elaborate your views on the futuristic scope of this AR, VR, or I must say XR thing.
Okay. So basically, 80% around 80% of what we consume is visual content. So you can start just imagining what AR and VR are going to be huge marketing business. Our AR and VR projects are going to be used for multiple brands or multiple times in the future. So as I told you, we are just at the beginning, and VR and AR experiences will exchange how we interact with the marketing, how we interact with education, how we interact with social media. So it will be AR and VR will be a huge part of our world on the future.
Great, great, great. This was another amazing answer for each and every one. Hearing out this would be really interactive thing. Like, let me ask you one question, that you just mentioned a term market, the upcoming market of this AR. So with this reference, I would like to ask you a question, that is this market really welcoming for the freshers and the newbies who are just entering into this, or do the person need really very high experience for enter for entering into this market or something like that?
So of course it will be difficult to reach out for bigger brands like Vogue, like some bigger brands, But you can start working with local brands such as restaurants, stores on your region as well. You can start learning AR, and then you will post your progress on the software. Then you can reach out to these brands, showing them what they can do with AR. It can be a virtual experience on their wall, on their marketing. So everyone can start with local brands, local clients, and then progress to bigger brands and bigger clients.
Yeah, this was really very down to earth question, down to earth answer of this question. Like, you made the things very clear that when you are a fresher, you need not to be very, very demotivated that I won't be able to enter into this market. And don't overhype the things about, you'll be going there and there. Just start up with the thing which you have really interest in, and then we can proceed with the things to the next level as well. So just, it's really very important to start with the thing. and Tobias, I wanted to ask that you are from a non-tech, non-tech background, if I'm not wrong. Then what motivated you to start learning augmented reality and practicing augmented reality? This is really very amazing to see you practicing AR.
So basically, I started learning AR on the end of 2019, and it was because we are having some events at my university. And I just was interested because no one around me knows how to make filters, how to make AR experiences. So I started searching on Google, what is VR, how can we start working with Spark AR, and with that I started working with Spark AR. But then on my early college times, I used to sell brownies to pay for my debts. So with the start of the pandemic, I could not sell brownies anymore. So I just transferred my work to the AR branding, AR experiences for clients, for local clients, for local brands, and start working with AR this way. So was when I started working with visual AR experiences. And then I just realized that I could use these AR experiences for my medical student career as well. So I will start creating AR experiences for health, for healthcare, and for medical education. I think you are muted, Varun.
I'm sorry, this happens with me all the time.
Yeah.
So I was saying that this very amazing to hear that you are learning this technology from 2019, and there was a decent motive behind learning this technology which motivated you constantly for learning this. And indeed, this is a worthy tech which is going to acquire the future, or something like that. I may not be the perfect person to talk about this any in depth. So let's move forward to our last question without wasting the time, so that after that we can wrap up with the session.
Okay.
Like you have already answered that you started learning AR in 2019. Okay, do you remember exactly that which was the first AR effect you created and what was the creative imagination behind that?
Yeah, I started working with in 2019, but only making little projects, just studying the Spark AR software and etc. But my first project, it was really on February of 2020. So it was when COVID started. The outbreak of COVID started on China, and I was thinking, oh, I can make in AR experience for my colleagues to teach him how to wash their hands. So my first filter was a PNG texture that followed the face. It was attached to the face mesh. In on top of my head is like every step on how you could wash your hands properly. I even have the video here if you want me to share of this filter.
It's going to be amazing if you could please share that with our audience.
I will share just a second. So it was this one. It's just a plain tracking with interface mesh, so it moves with my face, and on top of it is every step on how you could wash your hands properly.
This is really amazing to see that we just created an AR effect to spread awareness and all those things to, at that time it was the real need. And today as well, there's a strict need for the precautions as this COVID is pretty unpredictable each time. And this is all from my side. So if you have any other thing that you want to tell on your own or some amazing story or something, then stage is all yours.
Okay, I would like to tell that as you guys saw, my first filter was just a plane attached to the face. So right now, I don't know if you know anything about my work, but I usually work with 3D objects on my AR experiences. So everyone can start with just simple projects. So don't be afraid of start working with AR, with the Spark AR. If you don't know anything, just start working with planes, with face meshes, and then you can progress within the software and reach an expert level.
Yeah, great. Actually, uh, I am also personally very motivated by seeing your first AR effect because I also remember that I also started making these AR effects in the October 2021. And I remember there is one of the auspicious festival with Diwali in India. So my first effect was of Diwali only, and I used this plane and all those diyas were lighting and it shows Happy Diwali. And my second effect was based on Happy New Year for 2022. So it was like a plane just used to come here and some sprinklers coming down,
Mhm.
and it used to create a vibe. I was very astonished that I could also start. And one thing I personally felt that Spark Air Studio is just amazing, that you don't, if you think that there is in augmented reality you need to do some hard coding stuff or something, so it's completely a myth. You just need to have a creative mindset. You must have a
Yeah.
aim that you want to create something, and that's it. And you'll be able to create it very easily with the pre-built algos or anything which Sparkyar is running behind.
Mhm.
And Sparkyar is launching the initiative. Like in India, we are going to start with the Sparkyar cohort. So if you people are interested joining that, you can join, and then you'll get a chance to do a Meta certified Sparkyar creator certification course and get a free voucher, which is worth hundred and thousands of dollars for free. So that was all in this podcast, and we really enjoyed having you here, Tobias. So thank you
Thank you
very
so
much
much.
for taking your time out for the community folks. It was
Yeah.
really very amazing, and hoping to collab with you for the for a hands-on session where you'll just come and display some how to create an AR effect from scratch.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be amazing session once again. So we'll get Well, whenever you get time, we'll surely decide to have that session as well. It's
Yeah.
going to be an insightful session for all of our audience. So let's hope that you get free and get some time really very soon, and we are able to start with the session, with that session as well.
Yeah.
As of now, thank you very much for accepting our request, for coming here, for contributing to the community folks and each and everyone. And
Thanks.
thank
Thank
you
you so
everyone
much. Bye,
for being
everyone.
such lovely audience and bearing with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.